In our 78th season, the Palm Beach Civic Association brings you Palm Beach TV, the island's only newscast. We're sponsored by the Fortin Foundation of Florida. Our mission is to inform town residents about the unique challenges of island life and to highlight the actions and achievements of our leaders and the dynamic people who live here. Now the news.
What a year we've had. And what a lot of challenges we have faced, what with COVID, the water situation, and yet despite everything, we have made it through. Thanks in large part to some very smart decisions made by some people in this town to keep you safe. Let's take a look back now at 2021.
I'm delighted to see how organized they were and how ready. For this first week, they've been able to take 800 reservations, and from my perspective, it's worked extremely smoothly.
Boldly, relentlessly, your town leaders fought to be among the first to provide COVID-19 vaccines to island residents.
I have great understanding, as of the staff and my council mates, that 1,000 doses was not enough. We are working tirelessly with Palm Beach County League of Cities, the health department, the state, and the federal government to procure an additional installment, if you wish, of vaccines.
Outgoing Mayor Gail Coniglio showed her trademark grit and determination as she announced at the January Town Council's Zoom meeting that she would do everything in her power to obtain enough doses of COVID vaccine for every resident of Palm Beach.
It is our goal, obviously, to, again, get additional supply from the governor. I have sent a letter to him on our behalf and, frankly, the behalf of all of Palm Beach County. There has been a letter written by the fire rescue chief to acknowledge that many fire rescue departments are ready to follow our protocols.
A strong sentiment echoed by Fire Rescue Chief Donato.
What I'm not happy about is that there are approximately 5,000 people in this town that are 65 and older, and we only had 1,000 doses. And I'm not happy about that. It means that we were only able to do 20% of what we really wanted to do because of a lack of supply.
As the island moved toward its eventual 100% vaccination rate, the word got out. Palm Beach is a safe, beautiful place to live.
I've been doing this since the late 80s, and the pace on this market is like none I've seen.
Suzanne Frisbee, broker with the Frisbee Group and part of the development team for the retail residential development Via Flagler, calls the current run on Palm Beach real estate frenetic. 30-year real estate veteran Linda Olson agrees.
You have 25 homes for sale on the island that are 10 million and below. That's a record.
Meaning a record low inventory. In fact, though the island is home to about 2,500 single-family residences, there are a paltry 49 homes for sale right now, ranging from that highly sought-after under $10 million price point to $110 million. Brokers now, in fact, have buyer waiting lists.
It's well into the double digits of people who want something, looking for something, want to be in a different property than they're currently in, or waiting to find a property that works enough for them.
Needless to say, it is a red-hot seller's market. The March election ushered in a new council person, Ted Cooney, a nod to another term for Julie Ariskog, and a resounding yes to Danielle Moore as the new mayor. Congratulations!
Yay! Okay. No, I'm really excited to be the incoming mayor. Gail has, obviously we've already talked about the big shoes I'm going to have to fill. She's a great friend of mine. Now we'll have the freedom to actually converse and I'll have the opportunity. Sunshine doesn't allow us to talk about town matters. So obviously we never have, but after today, I can actually talk to her before a meeting and hear her advice. Not that I'm going to take it, but at least I'll be able to hear it.
In late May, even in the tropical paradise of Palm Beach. Some shocking news. Suddenly, the tap water was unsafe to drink. This is Wendy Rutledge with Palm Beach TV with this update on the toxic drinking water crisis, addressing both where we are now and how we got here. Where are we now? What do you know, and what would you like the residents of Palm Beach to know?
So the City of West Palm Beach has been active over the past weekend and this week trying to treat the water and flush out the lines, infuse it with some well water. They're required to submit 2 samples that passed the test for use. They collected a sample and sent that to Tallahassee yesterday to a state certified lab with the Florida Department of Environmental Protection. They're going to collect and send another sample today. So best case scenario is they get 2 positive test results that advises the water is safe to drink, and the city will push out that information. Best case scenario tomorrow, most likely on Friday. If that doesn't happen, then they'll continue to work to treat the water and flush the lines until it's and continue to test the water until it's deemed safe.
What does that tell you and city officials about the reliability of this water source that we have?
Well, that certainly is a much bigger question, one that we are going to work with the city to try to find out those answers.
I think it's a real wake-up call that we have a water quality crisis here locally. This is a toxin. It's not a bacteria. This is a toxin that is created by a bacteria. Because of that, it's not something that can be killed with chlorination or boiling because the toxin already exists.
We've been talking about the bacterial outbreak at the lake, some evidence of contamination in the canals, but always up until this point saying, however, we believe the drinking water is safe. Now we're finding the drinking water is unsafe. How can we begin to understand that?
That is a very good question. I think that the city needs to provide some answers as to where this contamination occurred. Was it from the canals? Is this bacteria proliferating within grassy waters? What's happening? We don't have all the answers that we need.
We have concerns as a user why their system, the technology that they have adopted, $100 million worth of relatively new technology, was not able to treat this cyanobacteria that's in the water.
Then, as Mayor Donnie Moore pointed out in her May 30th letter to West Palm Beach Mayor Keith James, there is a deep concern about the lack of communication or forewarning of the water contamination. On that, I mean, there is a very strong feeling on the island that we should have been warned when the very first signs of this contamination were present.
I would tend to agree with that. I mean, I just erring on the side of caution. It seems that providing more information would have been the better path to take.
Through the year of 2021, COVID seemed to be dying down until late summer.
People that are vaccinated or contracted this new variant and are testing positive at a fairly regular pace now. For COVID. And we think it's in the best interest of everyone's safety that the staff, whether you're end visitors, whether you're vaccinated or not, wear the mask, particularly under current conditions and the rate of positivity and everything that we're seeing going on here in Palm Beach County. For the time being, inside of government buildings, you'll be required to wear a mask.
In response to the dramatic increase in COVID-19 cases, the Town Council has voted to take the following actions. Restore the state of emergency, granting authority to the Chief of Police to take protective measures as he sees fit through the next 2 weeks until the August Town Council meeting. This will not include a curfew or any other emergency action at this time. Require the wearing of masks in all town-owned buildings, including council chambers. And extend the policy which allows restaurants to offer outdoor seating. And now we wrestle with Omicron. Thank goodness there were so many bright spots to celebrate in 2021.
1, 2, 3.
It's been 4 years from conception to completion.
I am so glad to be able to officially introduce you to the new jewel of the town of Palm Beach, our marina.
A marina with floating docks, high-speed Wi-Fi, enhanced shore power, and a state-of-the-art security system.
This project came in slightly below the $38 million budget. So on time and on budget. What a novel concept in government work these days.
2021 was a busy, challenging, and yet rewarding year for the town of Palm Beach. Through it all, your Palm Beach Civic Association communications team has worked to bring you all of the island's most important news and information. As we look forward to 2022, from all of us at the Palm Beach Civic Association, we wish you a safe and happy new year. And don't forget to watch our new Sunday newscast. You'll find that in your email. And we will see you next time on Palm Beach TV, made possible by the Palm Beach Civic Association and our viewers.
Palm Beach TV is a production of the Palm Beach Civic Association. We thank our sponsor, the Fortin Foundation of Florida, and encourage you, our viewers, to let us know how we can provide news coverage that best serves our members and residents.